Hello everybody. In this video we are gonna be looking at reverse shells. Reverse shell is basically a way to access computer 2 from computer 1 or access computer 1 from computer 2. Let me just explain how this reverse shell things works. So for example, computer 1 here wants to access computer 2 here, but computer 2 here has a firewall and computer 1 tries to access it right here. The firewall is going to block it. Okay, that's how protection works. I'm not gonna go too much deep in that, but it's like the summary of it. But what we can do is we can make computer 2 here connect to computer 1 and computer 1 allowing it. So using this technique, computer 1 can control computer 2. Okay, now this can be done from like Windows to Windows device. When you can like control a Windows device from Linux device, Linux from Windows device. Okay, but in this video I'm going to access my Windows device right here, which I'm using, and another Windows device which will be like the victim. I'll be the attacker, and just for demonstration purposes only. Okay, so let's start. Okay, now in order to get the reverse shell stuff completed, we need to download a program called Netcat. It's already installed on pen testing based Linux distribution like Kali Linux, but I'm using Windows right now, so I'm gonna download it for Windows. I found this website which offer a compiled version for Windows, and you can also compile it on your own. It's open source, so I have installed it here. Let me now just go here, open this folder and open cmd here in this folder. We got nc64.exe, so let me just see if it works by typing this h here. So it works here. Now what I can do here is use this command called nc64.exe, which basically defines netcat here. So if you are, for example, using a pen testing based distribution like Kali Linux, you just have to type nc and then the command but I'm using executable here in Windows, so I'm gonna type the whole executable name and --l, which stands for listen, ln, which stands for not using DNS resolution, so it will not translate domain name to IP addresses. That's like basically geek stuff. If you don't know, leave it just there. V for verbosity and P for listening on what port. So I'll type on port 1337 here and press enter. So now basically what this program Netcat is doing is listening for any connection on port 1337, and now what we are gonna do is make my second device, which is a Windows device, connect to us on port 1337. By the way, I have something to say here. I'm performing this on my LAN local area network, so it's like inside my home. And the both devices which I'm performing the test on, like this is a device 1 and the other device I'm gonna be using soon, it's connected on the same internet. Okay, so that's why I don't need to use anything like port forwarding or anything. If you're gonna use it like outside LAN, like for example one of your computer is here and your friend or anyone it's like not connecting to the same router or internet as you are gonna need a technique called like port forwarding, I guess. So I'll not cover that in this video, but if you want me to make a video on that, I can cover it in a later video. Right now I'm gonna find my private IP address that I can use to connect. So I'll just go here and type ipconfig. This is my internet, yeah, so this is my private IP address here. Okay, now I'll copy this private IP address and go to Firefox and go to a website called revshells.com. Now this website provides a lot of reverse shell here, so now I'll give you an example. I'll paste my IP here, my port, listing port, which was 1337. Okay, and now we got a lot of options here which we can choose from. So for example, the other computer which I'm trying to connect to my computer has Netcat installed, so I can use this. But let's just say the other device is a Windows machine, and in a Windows machine we have PowerShell. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using a PowerShell reverse shell. So if I somehow made the other computer run this command on their CMD, we will basically get the reverse shell. We all choose this one here, PowerShell #3 base64. So let's go to our another computer and see what we got there. Okay, everybody. So now I'm in my laptop here. So now what I'm going to try to do is run that command we saw on our computer in our laptop, and then we can connect our computer back. So I'll just go to CMD here. Okay, and I'll paste this command and press enter, and it will execute all the stuff there, and then we'll go back to our computer and see if we got any connection or something. Okay, everybody, so now I'm in my computer here, and here we can see we got a connection here on PowerShell C uses localhost. Don't get confused, my name on laptop and computer is same. So now I'll prove that I'm on my computer, I'm connected to my laptop. So what I can try to do here is I will try to do dir, which basically lists all the file in Windows. I'll go to for example desktop here, and I'll create a file here, mkdir you are hacked. Okay, and now I'll press enter here. So it created a file on my desktop folder in my laptop that I am hacked, and now I'll go back to our laptop and see if you're really hacked or not. Okay, everybody, so I'm now here in my laptop, as you guys can see. Here is our reverse shell command, but on a desktop we have a folder created you are hacked, which basically means we have our reverse shell working. And now let me just go back to our computer and see what we can do more. So I am in my computer right now. Okay, basically it's not something we can visually see or like visually control their mouse or like keyboard, but we can basically using commands, using scripting languages, we can do a lot of stuff here. So for example, I want to list all the files, I use dir and a lot of commands. So I want to go back, I'll use cd dash. If you don't know these commands, then I suggest you checking my other video on Linux commands, how they work. I'll give a video link in description for that, and then you'll basically learn how to control like the computer from using this CMD here or a PowerShell. But anyways, this was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and let me know if you want me to make a part 2 in which I go outside of LAN and try this. So see ya in another video. Goodbye.